forward, standing 6'11", number 10, Jabari Smith Jr. The other forward, at 6'6", number 9, Dylan.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here in the NBA, no better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
And Shams, Houston loaded with young talent. And after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward, and they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here, and they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks, and with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there. Big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term. And the starting group for the Spurs. Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And it's Sohan missing. Van Vliet outside. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. Shot left block, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Although he is just 6 feet tall, Van Vliet has no issue going into the land of the Giants.
Pass to Sohan. His three-pointer's off the mark. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Hits it from three-point range.
From deep. Paul doesn't hold back when pulling the trigger, especially when he sees the chance.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. That free throw, no good.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Here's Van Vliet. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Clippers. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And San Antonio, they had some high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustrated with their level of play thus far, but they certainly have the pieces to be a factor in this race.
Şengün with the bucket. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to LA because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy it a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've become one.
They love their kings. There's Green with the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Whenever the opponent makes a 3, it feels like Jalen's got that mindset that he wants to answer.
And Wembanyama outside. Here's Vassell. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Vassell's got 9.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Inside, Şengün. Rebounded by the Spurs. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
When they say don't give your opponent confidence, this is what they mean. They were allowed to hang around, and by the end, they were the team that believed in themselves. And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Here's Van Vliet. And Şengün with the basket on the assist from Van Vliet. Şengün's got his second basket of the night. Spurs leading by 3. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Pass to Sohan. Johnson left side, stolen by Thompson. The shot from the low post is good.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
To the wing right side. Here's Wembanyama. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Green. And San Antonio also making a switch. Collins checked in for Sohan. Van Vliet with it. Jones covering. San Antonio leading by 5. Pass to Vassell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Johnson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Showing he's more than just a shooter. Johnson inside.
Here's Whitmore. Covered by Johnson. And the shot goes in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Van Vliet. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good work there as it goes.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Jones the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Jones. Outside Cowan. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Paul in at the point. Vassell kicks to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got 5 now. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And here is Paul. Outside for Wembanyama. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. Pass to Adams. Here's Van Vliet. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 10 points in the game.
A terrific response. Van Vliet not allowing the opposition to get the upper hand in that game.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Shades over Adams. It's rebounded by Houston. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
On the clock. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
Wow. Wembanyama against Adams. Pass to Sohan. No good from outside. And Adams has got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. Down by 12. Houston moving the ball around. Van Vliet looking around. Puts the move on. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
From G League to a big-time player, Van Vliet's journey is nothing short but inspirational.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Jock Landale's checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Amen Thompson. San Antonio also making some changes. Champagne's checked in, and Jones subbed in for Paul.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Green left side. Van Vliet outside. Three-pointer. They get it back.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Brooks against Johnson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for the Rockets.
For your Rockets, number 10.
1:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Eason against Wembanyama. Van Vliet outside. Down low. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Let me tell you this, if you got a vertical leap of 40 inches like Green, you're just going to be able to glide to the rim like that.
Jones, the pass to Champagnie. For the three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the three ball here in the second quarter.
Pass to Smith. Fades. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Jones, the pass to Sohan. Johnson for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Spurs. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And we've reached halftime in this one. Spurs lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Pop, how did you keep their offense down in the second quarter?
I thought missed a couple of shots and missed some easy shots. So they helped us a great deal. So we were pretty fortunate that quarter.
Pop, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Into center court and get ready for the fan
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the San Antonio Spurs.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about three.
Okay, time to shift focus. Looking at some games coming up later on tonight. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at them now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
2 points, that one goes. And the Spurs lead by 15. And here's Green, he'll bring it up for Houston. From deep. And he's good on the three ball. Green's got 8 points.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Green against Vassell. Paul kicks to Barnes. Paul against Van Vliet. And it's Paul missing.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
The three, it's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Van Vliet.
You got to get out on that. When you don't, Van Vliet will make you pay from downtown.
The three from Barnes, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
3 points.
Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Van Vliet passes to Green. Fires the three. Barnes grabs the miss. San Antonio leading by 12. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Pass to Wembanyama. Şengün with the rebound. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break. And Alperon Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
A lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he could be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Kelishvili passes to Paul. Now Vassell misses the three. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ball passes to Mamu Kalashvili. Good on the three-point shot. Mamu Kalashvili has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. At the elbow, it's Şengün. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Vassell, the pass to Paul. Green against Vassell. Outside Collins. A three-pointer, no good. It's trailed by 12. Green passes to Şengün. Here we go, one-on-one. Collins with it. Now Green defending, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Here's Van Vliet. 15 points in the game. Smith outside. Van Vliet kicks to Green. And it's Mamu Kalashvili with the rebound. Spurs leading by 14. Vassell drives in. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10. Houston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Van Vliet outside. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Spurs.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Ball passes to Mamu Kalashvili. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Van Vliet's been taking it to them tonight. This man's on a mission.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Houston making some changes. Tari Eason's checked in for Jabari Smith. Whitmore comes in for Dylan Brooks. That's Thompson in for Fred Van Vliet. Pass to Jones. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Rockets trail by 14. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Back to Jones. From past the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Spurs lead by 14.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Şengün inside. Working on Collins. It's good.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Here's Branham. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
On the wing, Green, defended by Jones. Takes the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Mamu Kalashvili has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Branham. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate. He doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
Trey Jones.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Spurs, Kelvin Johnson is out there with Ingram. Then it's Collins. Then it's Jones. And it's Branham in at the 2. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Spurs. And so VanVleet nails both of them. And VanVleet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that VanVleet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Jones, no luck. Rockets trail by 15. From the arc. And that's good. Fred VanVleet for 3. VanVleet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Here's Wembanyama. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got assist number 5 here tonight. Adams outside. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Vassell, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Devin Vassell.
Now Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Violation. That's a jump ball.
Here's Vassell. Hands it from downtown. Vassell's got 19 points.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
VanVleet kicks to Adams. Takes a 3. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 14 points now in the basket from VanVleet.
That's his 3rd 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
Back to Ingram. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston. VanVleet outside. Over Wembanyama. VanVleet can't get it to go.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Johnson. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 14-point game. VanVleet with a screen on Vassell. And Thompson kicks to VanVleet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 26 points for him.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Ingram outside. And slam dunk by Ingram.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's VanVleet. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. For the Rockets, Sengun's checked in for Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Tari Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Amen Thompson. San Antonio also making some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Ingram. Harrison Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. And Paul subbed in for Trey Jones. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
All right, David, thanks. Sohan inside, guarded by Green. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at time. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
And so he hits both. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Back to Paul. Jacks up a three. Drains the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 21.
Nothing too flashy. Paul gets tricky enough to throw the defense off.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. San Antonio on defense. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Brooks misses. San Antonio's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. For three, Paul can't get it to go. The Rockets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Green dishes to Smith. From deep, Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall. The Spurs have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Barnes can't get it to go. Rockets shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. And off the prior, and in it goes.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. .112 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Sissoko. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 20. Eason, a screen on Flynn. And that one's good, Whitmore. And San Antonio shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Flynn the pass to Wesson. Ingram outside. The tray. And the 3 ball is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Pass to Holiday. Lets it go with the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sissoko passes to Flynn. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Holiday surveying the floor. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Chris Paul. Chris, a very convincing win, and that doesn't happen often in this league. So what do you take from this?
You know, one thing that our coaching staff keeps stressing to us every night is that it's about us. You know, so regardless of score, we got to continue to try to get better because we impose our will on the defensive end. The sky's the limit.
Well, the focus was there tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Devin Vassell.